Now on Spreaker Online and Podcast Radio we have live cricket commentary. Here with the teams, scores and descriptions of play is Matthew James Erskine.
Hello and welcome back here to Lanchester Cricket Club this afternoon, and we're in the run up to the tea break here. Lanchester won the toss, chose to bat first, 201 for 4 now in the 43rd over, and it's going to be Matty Scott who's going to bowl again from this near end to us. We're down behind long on, and a vital 5th wicket partnership here of 113 from Potts, and Greg Halliday has brought this game back round to Lanchester after a flurry of wickets for the 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and Potts has just hit a massive 6 again over wide long on and over the clubhouse here. So that takes it to 119 now, the partnership here, and 207 for 4 in the 43rd. So we've had Tom Cant on the bowl as well. Ewan Stevenson's had a bowl, but James Percival as well has had another go from the other end at the moment, but none of them have been able to get to the defences of Halliday and Potts. We've got bright sunshine here now, and Lanchester have moved this game along. So we're at 207 for 4 now. Now Scott has the ball back, and in he goes to bowl to Potts this time, the spread field, and he whacks that one cross-batted, and goodness me, Greg Halliday had to duck to get out the way of that one at the non-striker's end. It was a cross-batted swipe and a thump, and it ran up here to Stevenson at long on, who fields and throws in. So one more to the total now. That takes it to 208, and the partnership of 120 now between these two. Scott bowling to Halliday, who plays for 1 square on the offside, and that'll be Cant, the captain, who runs in there and fields that one. He just trots up and gets that one. So the sun back out here. It went awful dark about 25 minutes ago here at Ashley Park, Lanchester, but thankfully this strong breeze has pushed all them horrible grey thunderclouds out the way. As in goes Scott again now. Bowls full this time, and it's driven, and they're going to get one to Sam Peter, who charges in from long off, just to our left there, and picks that one up, and he throws in. So another one to the total. That takes it to 210 now, and 122 the partnership between these two now. Now Scott moves up again on the way, and there's a good line and length ball there, and that one has Halliday just playing defensively back down the pitch, and there's no run. Scott picks the ball up quickly. Hasn't lost his enthusiasm this afternoon, has Scott. He's been asked to do, he's done all he's been asked to. He's been at this end twice now. He's had a little spell from the other end as well, as he's in the bowl again to Halliday, who plays a nice little flick off his middle and leg stump there out to mid-wicket, and he comes through for a single. So that's the end of the over. With that single there, it's moved the partnership along to 123 in Lanchester in the first innings here, after 43 overs, and choosing to bat first at 211 for 4. And both these batsmen, Greg Halliday 54 and Potts 54 as well. If the scorecard's updated there, we'll update you more as we go along. We've got it on the internet today, which is not often that happens, which is just as well, because we haven't got any batsman scores on the scoreboard here at Ashley Park. But who are we going to have again here? I think it's going to be James Percival to start off, take up the attack from that top end. He's going to run in towards us here and bowl to Halliday with no slips, and the spread field, 2 in the deep on the leg side, and there's one pushed to the leg side there, and that's Cant at wide mid on, who fields that one and throws the ball back to Percival at that top end. So 124 now, the partnership here for the 5th wicket for Lanchester. Potts just taking his guard again, and Percival, so he's 10th over, none for 54 so far. Up he comes and bowls again, and that's a late shot on the offside this time, and it just goes down the crease line there, out on the offside, to our right, over towards the wooded area, but it's cut off inside the circle. But there's another single, so 125 now the partnership, 213 for 4 Lanchester. Now here's Percival, up he comes again, right arm over the wicket and bowls to Halliday, who again watches this one late from outside his off stump and pushes it behind square this time, and that's Fletcher who does the fielding for a single. 126 now the partnership, the score's gone to 214 for 4, and the ball goes round the offside field. All the fielders on the offside for Tynedale starting off at the 30-yard circle as they walk in. Here's Percival, he's got it, has he? He's out, yes, caught behind, an edge there. Potts it is, who's gone. It was a wide ball and it shaped away from the right-hander, and it crept quite low, quite wide, and an attempted cut shot and an edge, and it goes through, and a nice one-handed catch there from Jamie Crichton behind the stump. So the 5th wicket goes down for Lanchester at 214, and 126 was the partnership there between Greg Halliday and Brian Potts. So an excellent innings, an excellent partnership, and 2 excellent innings actually from that pair. They really saved the innings after that flurry of wickets, and they both did it in their caps. But the new batsman is out there now. It's Taylor, Kieran Taylor. Percival gets his first wicket of the afternoon there, and now he's about to bowl to Taylor again. In he comes, and a play and a miss. First ball, a nice line there just outside the off stump, and Taylor, a little rusty there, didn't move his feet at all and just nibbled at it, and it goes through to Crichton. It comes through to Crichton rather, as Percival has it again now. Up he comes, moves in and bowls, and that's on the leg stump that time, and had Taylor cramped up there. He tried to flick it away, but it just trickles out, and Crichton picks it up off the floor, and there is no run. So the end of the over, and I think that was the end of the 44th over, that one, if the scoreboard's right across there. Yep, the end of the 45th over. Lanchester 214 for 5, and a wicket to Percival there, and the batsman out. Potts caught Crichton, bowled Percival for a very well made 63. And just to confirm that the new batsman in there, Kieran Taylor, he's at the non-striker's end now, so it'll be Halliday up there at 58, who's at the striker's end, and Percival 1 for 57 off 10 overs so far this afternoon. Josh Renton, who took the first 4 wickets, 12 overs, 4 for 35. Matthew Scott, 11 overs, none for 50. Tom Cant, who's going to bowl now, none for 41 off 9, and Ewan Stevenson, none for 15 off of the couple of overs he's had. But in goes Cant to bowl again now to Halliday this time, and there's a shout for LBW, just Cant and Crichton. That audible pair went up for that one, but it went to the leg side, and there was a run there, and it goes to 215 for 5 now. Now umpire Aslam just holds up Cant, and we've got a wide field, we've got a long on and a long off in place. One deep square on the offside, and that's driven high, and there's Stevenson, a brilliant dive and stop to his left hand side, just about 12 yards from us here on the side of the boundary. We saw that dive in all its glory there, and he got that full 6'3" frame of his down quickly enough, and even his cap stayed on there, so well done for saving the single there. As in goes Cant again now, bowling to Halliday, who just pushes this one to the offside, and there's no run. Cant steps to his left to pick that one up. So are we waiting for Halliday to have a punt here, a real punt? He's played sensibly, hasn't gone banging it about so far this afternoon. As in goes Cant again, faster, and it's whipped away up through square leg, and it's going, is it? And it's fielded, and it's thrown in now. and Crichton takes it on the bounce there, so just 1 to the total that time, and the score goes to 217 for 5. Lanchester in the 45th over here. Kieran Taylor on the strike in the sunshine. Cant moves in, his hair gets whistled about in the wind as he does so, full on the leg stump, and it's jammed away out to the leg side, the deep mid-wicket area, across to the right there, and he gets a single. So Taylor gets off the mark there, 218 for 5 now. Next ball on the way, and it's Halliday who hits this one out square, and it's Fletcher, Archie Fletcher, who runs round to his left from cover there, extra cover to pick that one up, but he can't stop the single, and it's 219 for 5 at the end of Cant's over there, the end of the 45th. So just 5 overs to go before tea here, and Lanchester 219 for 5, and I think we'll go through the scorecard now. Graham Brinton caught Daniel Parker, bowled Josh Renton 51, Mark Small LBW Renton 12, Crooks bowled Renton 7, Story caught Crichton, bowled Renton 1, Potts caught Crichton, bowled Percival 63, and there's been 22 extras so far. As Percival to take up the attack again, driven this time and up to long off, and it's Stevenson there who picks up and throws in. So we've got a long off, a long on, a deep mid wicket, a deep square leg, fine legs inside the circle, third man is as well, a deep cover in there, so everybody out as far as they can go. The maximum allowed here, as in comes Percival again, a big swing and a miss there from Taylor. It was a good length ball outside the off stump. There was plenty of room to play it, but he played a long way underneath it, and it bounced through about knee height to Jamie Crichton here at our end. So Taylor, the batsman, the right hander, with his back to us here, the back of his head to us, as in comes Percival again, and he looked at that one better, and he's played it late and cut it down into the ground, and a little plume of dust comes up as it whizzes away out there and's fielded, and there's one more to the total. That takes it to 221 for 5 in the 46th here, and Percival it is who moves in again, bowling to Halliday this time, and that was an inside edge onto the pad, and they're going to get a run there, and Percival sprints forward and picks that one up on the offside. So one more to the total, 222 for 5, 222 for 5 Lanchester, after being 88 for 4. Then the 5th wicket fell at 214. 126 partnership from Greg Halliday and Brian Potts. Percival again, a big hit, a long drive, and Cant is beaten out there at long on. 6 runs there to Taylor this time. He gave himself some room there and just brought the bat from behind his head and went straight through the line, and my goodness me, did he get hold of that one. 228 for 5 now Lanchester. Percival on the end of some stick here. Can the young man keep it together? Here he comes again. He's hit it high this time, out towards the offside, and he's got it high, a high drive, another 6. 6 signalled by Wasim Aslam, out to the wide long off boundary, and Halliday out to change a new pair of gloves. He's got one of the youngsters flies on there at double pace to change the gloves there for Halliday. So the end of the 46th, 234 for 5 Lanchester. And it will be Halliday who'll take the strike, and it'll be Tom Cant who's going to bowl again, and Halliday not out 60 now, and Taylor he'll have a couple of 6s added there, so he'll have made his way up to 14 if that hasn't if our electronic scorecards updated here. 23 extras so far, and the wickets have fallen at 41, 55, 63, 88 and 214. 4 wickets for Josh Renton and 1 for James Percival. And here's Cant again, moves in to Halliday. and he doesn't bowl. Just seems to lose his footing there at the crease. It's the second time he's missed his cue that time, Kant, on the centre stage here. As in he goes and tries again, now bowling to Halliday, who's forward to a quicker one outside the off stump, and drives it square to Fletcher up there at deep backward point it is, over on the far side, over in front of the goal posts there, the football goal posts. So one more to the total, 235 for 5. Kant moves in again, away from us here, and he's bowling to Taylor, who hits it high and long, and 6. Over the side screen here to our left, and away into the car park, and that may not have been so far off the cars up there, but it seems to have sent some of the dogs at the ground here into a state of flux. There's lots of barking going on, but 6 more to the total. And it's 241 for 5 now, and Taylor letting the arms go here. He's been sitting all that time waiting for the Potts-Halliday partnership to finish, and I think he even had to endure somebody hiding his bat, but he's got it back in use now as Kant goes in, and he's hit it high again, and there may be a catch, and he's out. Taylor goes this time straight down Ewan Stevenson's throat here at long on, right in front of the clubhouse windows and the spectators in the sunshine down here. So the 6th wicket of Lanchester falls, and it's Taylor who's gone for the quick fire 18, I think. Taylor got there. We'll just update our little scorecard here and we'll bring you a confirmed score, but the 6th wicket's gone, caught by Stevenson, so Kant has his first wicket of the afternoon, and the score's 241 for 6. And we've got 3 overs to go when this one's finished in the first innings here. And it's Callum Barnes, who's up there at the crease now, former Tynedale player, right-hander as well, taking his guard now off umpire Aslam. 4th place Tynedale before today's game, won 9, lost 5, and with 1 abandoned in matches, as Kant moves first ball to Barnes there, and he plays and misses a little streakily there outside the off stump, and Crichton takes it cleanly behind the stumps. Lanchester were down in 8th, 236 points, won 6, lost 8, and 1 abandoned, and Tynedale, they were on 305 points. As in, Kant moves again now to bowl to Barnes, who plays that typical flick shot on the offside, just rolls the wrists on it there, and came inside out onto the ball and played for 1 up to Fletcher there at extra cover, which takes it to 242 now for 6 Lanchester. Halliday on strike, drives this time for 1 again to Fletcher there. I beg your pardon, it may be Sam Peter in there, is it? I'll just have a look through the binoculars here. And it's neither of them, it's Matty Scott, so I do apologise there. They've got a few of the young kids playing today, have Tynedale. And I know they've got different colour hair out there, but when they've got the dark blue Tynedale caps on, they look just like dots on the landscape out there on the field. But they're not, they've played, they've tried and given their best efforts this afternoon, especially the bowlers here, and it's been a real contest until the last pair there got away on with that partnership. But there's been something in it for the bowlers, right enough. But here's Percival now to move in again to Halliday now. 3 overs left in this innings, and that's hit the pad, I think. Just have a look at umpire Aslam there. Yes, 1 run, 1 leg by there too. That is Archie Fletcher there at backward square leg. Now he should recognise him. He's got his royal blue Tynedale Tigers or Tynedale Juniors cap on out there, so we'll remember that. But Barnes on strike now, right-handed. Percival in towards us again. Barnes flicks it away through the leg side this time, high, but it's Sam Peter down there on the deep mid-wicket boundary who skittles it in low to the bowler's end. 1 more added to the total, and Barnes gets off the mark there. So Halliday 62 not out, still going strong. Doesn't look any different than when he went in there. Percival bowls outside the off stump. He's up on his toes and cuts it away fast out towards the deep backward point boundary where it's fielded and thrown in. And there's one more to the total. That's 246 for 6 now, Lanchester. Scott Percival on the ball up at that top end. This is his last over he can bowl. And he comes again and bowls. Barnes this time flicks it away just round the corner up towards Parker there at deep backward square, who throws in as quick as you like into Crichton at this end, the wicket keeper, and he rolls it back up the pitch there to Percival. So another one to the total. It's 247 now for 6. 247 for 6 Lanchester in the 48th over here of a maximum of 50. Now in comes Percival again and bowls. Full outside the off stump. It's driven up towards the wide long off boundary. A sliding stop there from Stevenson. Takes it on the second attempt. Throws in fast to the bowler's end. And they go through for 2 runs. 2 more to Halliday there. And the score goes to 249 for 6. 249 for 6 now, Lanchester. With the wind still blustery about here at Ashley Park. The windmills, the wind turbines going 50 to the dozen up there. And there's Percival who bowls down the leg side, and a late appeal there from Greg Halliday for a wide ball, but he doesn't get it. He walks down to have a chat with Barnes, and now him and umpire Wasim Aslam have a little chat in the middle there. And he just stands and has a little chat with his partner Barnes as umpire Aslam. And we must say well done to him, because we've had an umpire missing here the day at Lanchester, and umpire Aslam's done both ends with help at square leg from some of the Tynedale the Lanchester batsmen who haven't got the chance to bat, or didn't have the chance to bat at the time. So we've got 2 to go here, 2 of us to go. Can't take up the attack. 1 wicket so far this afternoon. In he goes again and bowls, and Barnes flicks him away through the straight leg side up to the straight mid-wicket boundary, and it's thrown in now, and Barnes comes through for a single. So that's the 250 up for Lanchester. And Cant 10 over, this is his 11th over, none for 46 so far. And in he bowls again, and it's Halliday who plays square on the offside this time to Fletcher at backward point there for 1. And that takes the score to 251. As Cant moves in to bowl again to Barnes this time. A floater, and he's hit it high, and it's in between 2 fielders. Scott can't get there, and it's bounced. And Cant there with his hands on his hips just has a momentary sag of the head there, but he's quickly back and gets the ball, and now he's about to bowl to Halliday. There was 1 run scored there, and that takes it to 252 for 6. As in goes Cant again, and it's driven this time. A big swing of the bat there up to Stevenson here at long on in front of the clubhouse windows, and the spectators out on the seats there. He picks up and throws in quickly to Cant. 1 more to the total for Lanchester, 253 for 6. Cant moves in over the wicket, a faster one this time on leg stump, and Barnes flicks it round the corner. It's Fletcher there, Archie Fletcher, who picks that one up at short fine leg. And 1 ball left in the over, so 7 balls left in the innings here. 254 for 6 Lanchester, 254 for 6. And Barnes got another single there. As in goes Cant again to bowl. Short outside the off stump this time. Flap batted away up towards Parker there on the deep cover boundary, just to the right of the houses now, and the wooden fence across there on that far side. But that's the end of the over. A single off the last ball there. So with 6 balls to go here, Lanchester 255 for 6. And Cant finishes there. He's 11th over of the innings, so I think, are we going to have Matty Scott back on the bowl now? Because I think Percival's bowled his 12. Yes, he's finished with 12 overs. This rolling screen on this phone. Honestly, James Percival, 12 overs, 1 for 77 for the young lad who usually plays. He's under 15s and under 18s, so he's done all right. And it's going to be Matty Scott from that top end. Sam Peter, probably with bowling in the county for Northumberland in the week. He may have bowled one too many overs or something like that. He hasn't bowled today, and can't without the two Newton brothers either, or Colin McCabe. And he's done well to shuffle things about. But here's Scott to start the last over here. Up he comes and bowls, and there's Halliday, who pushes, and they look for one, but there's a yes, an ooh, and an R, and a no, and he decides to come back eventually. Now, I can bet you Greg Halliday doesn't want to get out here. He wants to finish not out, so there wasn't anything off that sixth last ball of the innings. So here we go again. Here's Scott, 5 balls to go here. He's about to bowl now. He turns, coming in towards us, bowling to Greg Halliday. Halliday swings high, and he's going to be out this time. Crichton's underneath it, and he's gone. A big swing, and it went straight up, and Crichton, moving about 8 or 9 yards from the stumps there, gets underneath it, and Matty Scott has his first wicket of the afternoon. And Crichton has, I think that's his third catch as well. So the 7th wicket goes down at 255 for Lanchester, with 4 balls left in the innings. And Halliday, he's gone for a very well made 67. If they're 67 I've got on our scorecard here, so that 126 run partnership with Brian Potts has really put Lanchester in this game. And Tynedale last week chasing 270. They're going to be chasing another biggish target this week, as Scott saying, and that struck Barnes on the pad that time, but they've run, and there must have been a little edge in that because it's been put down to the batsman. No signal from umpire Aslam there, and the score goes to 256 for 7. So one off the over so far for Scott, 1 in a wicket. And here he comes now, new batsman in for Lanchester. In comes Scott now, and that's defended for 1 into extra cover there. Rainford not quick enough to come in, so 1 off the 4th ball there of the last over of the innings here, and that takes it to 257 for 7 now, Lanchester. And can Scott here get Barnes and get another bowling bonus point for Tynedale? The field close in, 3 deep to the leg side of Scott bowls, and it's high, and he's just played that nicely. Barnes just drops it down in front of the fielder, and I think it's canned up there at long on, who runs in, just dropped it forward of the fielder there to get that single in, and it's 258 for 7, and there'll be 2 balls left here. 1, 2, 3. No, this is the last ball of the innings here from Scott. And he comes and bowls a big swing and a miss for the last ball there. And it goes through to Crichton, the wicketkeeper, and there's no run. And that's the end of the over and the end of the Lanchester innings here. So there we go. 258 for 7 is the total which Lanchester finish on. 258 for 7. So before they all come in for their and tea here, a quick run down the scorecard. Brinton, Court Parker bowled Renton 51, Small bowled Renton 12, Sam Crooks bowled Renton 7, Daniel Story, Court Crichton bowled Renton 1, Halliday not out, he was Court Crichton, bowled Scott for 67, Potts, Court Crichton bowled Percival 63, Taylor, Court Stevenson bowled Cant 21, and Callum Barnes, and I think it's Hayden Petch who was the not out batsman there for Aaron Halliday, I beg your pardon, and Callum Barnes the not out batsman. The bowling figures: Matthew Scott 12 overs 1 for 53, Renton 4 for 35 off 12, James Percival 12 overs 1 for 77, Tom Cant 12 overs 1 for 60, and Ewan Stevenson 2 overs none for 15. And there was, how many extras were there? 24 extras in that innings. So there we go. Tynedale will be back on at 5 o'clock for an update and perhaps a short spell of commentary, then some extended commentary as Tyndale tried to chase down 259 to win here in this match against Lanchester, the 16th of the season, 4th place versus 8th place. So after a quick word from one of our sponsors, I'll speak to you again at 5 o'clock with Tyndale needing 259 to win.
You're listening to Cricket West Tyne program on Spreaker Online and Podcast Radio in association with the Royal Oak Country Pub, Cornsey Colliery, experts in business consultancy, and Cannon Bristle and Dairy Products. Drink well, eat well, do business well, listen well.